Eithan James, how you doing?
Good, thank you very much.
It's good to see you. You're 3-0 now.
Yeah.
How are you finding your career?
Yeah, enjoying it now. Started getting a bit comfortable with it now, understanding how everything goes, the background, the behind the scenes. Enjoying it. Starting to become a habit.
Do you know what, one of the things people say, because you were a decorated amateur, you won Commonwealth Youth Gold, didn't you? People say that there's such a big difference between the amateur and the pro game. Are you finding there's a big difference?
Yeah, there is a big difference. It's more of a big deal, do you know what I mean? But with the training and everything, I've always been training hard, always in the gym anyway. So in that aspect, you're always training, you're always ready. There's not much of an aspect of training changing, but just learning little things in the gym, inspiring, just learning for the long rounds, hopefully pushing up a bit now. Hopefully after this round, go to 6 rounds, start improving endurance, going longer distance, and hopefully just keep improving from there.
There was a video that went around the other day of you just making opponents punch fresh air. Are you finding it very easy, these initial fights, after having such an amateur career, when you're just fighting journeymen initially?
Yeah, so obviously I was boxing at world level, elite level for 3-4 years, so it's from going back down there to fighting, say, less experienced people, brings back enjoyment a bit. There's a bit of less pressure, but yeah, again, you don't want to underperform. So, but yeah, I'm finding that last couple of fights I've enjoyed it, went in there, performed well. So I'm just hoping to put another good performance on Saturday.
You do look like you're enjoying it. I'm not sure if it was the last fight or the one before that where, again, you're making someone miss, making them look silly, and you did a little sideways glance a la Billy Joe Saunders. What are you calling that? Is that something you're going to be doing every fight now, Ethan?
Nah, not every fight. If it comes, it comes. It's just one of those things in the ring. If it happens and I'm feeling it, do a little bit for the crowd. But I'm in there to win, in there to put on a good performance. There's no messing around when I get in there.
You say about doing your bit for the crowd. Mate, I've got to tell you, there's no crowd there on Saturday. What are you going to do?
It's going to be a bit different, but obviously we've been sparring. I've been in fights where there's not been big crowds anyway in the amateurs, so it's not going to be a big deal, I don't think. But just going to have to deal with it and see how it happens on the night.
Just to touch back on the showboating, so we had Amin Jahanzib, a featherweight on. I think it was on our last show, and he was fighting a journeyman, and there was only so much he could do because the journeyman was just covering up. He was making him miss, making him pay, and did a bit of showboating, which attracted quite a bit of sort of negative criticism because it's like, how can you do that against a journeyman? There's not a crowd there. What are your sort of thoughts on that?
If that's his style and you're making a miss and you want to look good, there's loads of boxers out there that want to look good and perform like that. I'm one of them. If you're making a miss, you want to make it look outstanding when you're making a miss, not just do it and then no one is interested in it. If you make a miss, make everyone realise he misses, so that it's eye-catching stuff as well.
And you've had a bit of a change in your training setup. So you were at the iBox, you were with, Dennis McCann, Sam Noakes, all of those guys. You're no longer there. Tell us about that.
No, look, we all left on good terms. Al Smith, Eddie Lamb, Paul, all the top lads. They're nice lads. They understood. It's hard for me to travel down there every day. It was costing me a lot of money. Some days I couldn't even get there. I was travelling. Before my last fight week, I was driving down there. I got hit. I had a car crash, so it was a bit. It wasn't too bad. Luckily, I was able to still carry on driving, but it's not what you want to be on fight week and that. But we left on good terms. Went down and spoke to Al and Eddie. They all speak to me daily, all behind me and that. So they were all left on good terms. All sound in there down there.
Are you still in that savage WhatsApp group?
Yeah, there's a few videos in there that I couldn't let get out. But yeah, it's a good old group chat.
Can you send them to me later?
Yeah, I'll send you a couple.
So who's training you now? What's the setup?
Back with one of my old amateur coaches. It's a good setup down there. He's with Kieran Conway, boxing for a few titles. Won the title the other week, WBA Intercontinental or something like that. But yeah, it's a good little setup. He's been there with me through the amateurs for all my titles. He coached me for all my medals, for all my titles. So he knows me inside out. I'm comfortable with him, he's comfortable with me. We know what we're here to do. We're here to put on a good performance, and you're going to see that Saturday night.
And presumably it's not a 2-hour commute to your new trainer or your old trainer?
No, luckily enough it's only a 10-minute drive around the corner, but it's a good setup down the gym. nice new gym. Not my old amateur club, but it's a good old setup.
It's been a while since your last fight. Obviously, yeah, you know, with lockdown and everything that's been going on, are you a better fighter now than what you were in your last fight?
I should hope so. Always looking to improve, but I was one of the lucky ones. I got out just before at the start of the year, so I haven't had that big long break. Well, I've had a longish break, but some of the other lads were a bit unfortunate not getting out early on. But I've been ticking over. I've been out to Greece running in the hills and that on holiday, so it weren't too bad.
Weren't too bad at all. You're looking in good shape. You look like you kept yourself in shape. There are some fighters that are coming back from lockdown, not just fighters, maybe interviewers or people that work, you know, staff who are a little bit heavier than they used to be. So what's the secret? How did you keep so trim?
Just hoping that fighting was coming back earlier than expected, but it come back round. So I was always looking to get out as quick as possible, always on the case, my manager's case to get me back out. And luckily he did on a great card with Charlie Edwards and Josh Taylor. Going to be two brilliant fights, and I'm just lucky to get on TV under such a good card.
We look forward to it. Give us your prediction then. What's going to happen on Saturday night?
Just a good performance. We'll see if anything comes from it.
Good luck.
Cheers. Thank you very much.